This is Restless by Design. Before we begin, I just want to say this is a place to slow down, to notice what's just beneath the surface. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Chapter 16. Fruit goes bad, full but not finished. There's a particular kind of guilt that I think doesn't get talked about enough. This is the guilt of wanting more inside a life that already looks full. So from the outside, everything is there. The structure, the relationships, the work, a life that on paper appears complete. And still, there's something underneath that's continuing to move. There's this pull, this quiet restlessness, a sense that something is ready to shift, even when nothing is obviously wrong. And the instinct, often from the outside, sometimes from within, is to quiet that. Be grateful. Look at what you have. Shouldn't this be enough? That's not wisdom. That's containment dressed up as gratitude. So I know I'm kind of pressing the envelope a little bit here, but let's continue on. Gratitude and desire are not opposites. You can be deeply thankful for what exists in your life and still feel the pull towards what's next. Both are true. Neither cancels the other out. The problem isn't wanting more. It's this shame that we attach to it. This idea that fullness means finished, that arrival means stillness, that a complete life should feel complete. But nothing stays full forever. Fruit goes bad, even the good stuff, even the stuff you tended to carefully, even the stuff that was, for a time, exactly right. That's not failure. That's just how living things work. They ripen, they peak, and then they ask to be replaced. Not because they weren't good, because they were, and now something else is ready. Okay, another analogy. Yes, I love my analogies. They really help my brain to contextualize things. So there's this white t-shirt that I loved. I wore it constantly, and it was perfect for a while. But eventually it had holes, and the fabric was thinning. It had lost its bright white energy. It had just given everything that it had. So I let it go, and I found another. And it wasn't identical. It had a different hemline. It was slightly different. Same purpose, new form. So as much as I would have loved to have replaced that exact t-shirt, I also understood I may not be able to find it. And in trying to find it, I found another one. It was just a little different, but it actually was kind of this new form. But it was able to serve the purpose that I needed. And so that's not loss. That's maintenance. That's what a living wardrobe requires. That's what living life requires. We talk about success like it's a destination, a moment you will finally arrive and everything holds still, right? We've talked about this chapter after chapter. But the problem with that thought process is there is no overnight success, no moment you finally make it and get to stop building. Because building and dismantling are the same process. You don't just add, you edit. You release one thing for another that serves the same purpose in a different way. Not recklessly, not ungratefully, curiously. So what is still serving me? What has given everything it has? And what is ready to become something else? Those aren't ungrateful questions. Those are honest ones. A full life isn't a static one. It's a tended one. And tending requires noticing when something has ripened past its moment and having the courage to reach for what's next. Not because there wasn't enough, but because you are still growing. And growing things need room.